Do you enjoy hemp products? I know I do. From pre-rolls and disposables to CBD bath bombs and creams, Lex Wellness Kentucky is a quality source of hemp-based products. Inspired by nature, lab-tested for purity. Order online today at lexwellnessky.com and use the code Omega Green for 20% off your order. Again, that code is Omega Green for 20% off at lexwellnessky.com.
What up, world? Omega Green here, and welcome to another episode of The Green Room. Hey, everybody, and welcome back. I'm here with D-Lo.
Yo.
Javi.
Hey.
Cha-Cha's out of town for the moment, but we have Tamra.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
I love Tamra. I can't stop.
And now, this week's episode is going to be about the subject trust. Now, this is both an inner and outer exploratory subject. Mainly, like, who do you trust? How far do you extend that trust? You think about what builds trust, what makes trust, what is trust, but also flip that inward. Do you sometimes feel like you can or can't trust yourself? Or are you in a position to where you do feel solid, you can trust yourself, you're pretty firm in that?
Okay. I will start just because we have her in the room with us.
Right.
I at this table, and even with our other host that's not here, I trust everybody in this podcast to, I would say, pretty much an unlimited extent. Like, you really have to do something like really messed up for me to be like, nah, I'm done. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, let's talk about like Omega first.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's say he has some a female problem going on in his life, and he, asked Tamara, I'm like, hey, can you come out and meet me, and I can get a female's point of view on it. I wouldn't have nothing to worry about there. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be worried about that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Tamara, if she asked one of y'all to meet her out for a guy's point of view or something like that, I wouldn't be nothing. I would not be worried about that at all. But there has been times where I put that trust into other people and come to find out later on that it bit me in the ass. So,
Right.
But with the trust that I have built with everybody here, like that I'm not worried about. Now, you don't get that trust off top.
Right.
Like that takes some growing, it takes some years, it takes some shit been through, So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for me, it takes a while for people to truly earn complete trust. For me to trust somebody completely, I don't trust very many people.
Yeah.
I can say I'd probably trust 4 people, 5 people. And it would be my mom, my dad, my best gay friend, my best straight friend, and my boyfriend.
Right.
That's the only people I trust. And when I say trust, it's not like I trust you to do right by me, not just that, but I trust you with my life.
Right.
Like if I was in danger and I could only depend on somebody, one of those 4 people would be the only people I depended on. If I had something I needed to confide in somebody, any of those 4 people, I know that they wouldn't betray me or go behind my back.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to break my trust, though.
Yeah.
Like, you get one warning.
Right.
And after that, like, if you break my trust, it's going to take you a while to build that shit back. And
Yeah.
you may not ever build it
Yeah,
back the
if
way
at
you
all.
wanted it. Yeah.
Kind of feel like chopped liver over here. I mean, you know what I mean, we do. No, I'm just
Because I've learned over the 35 years of me living and the multiple relationships I've been in, and I'm not saying multiple, like I was a floozy and got around, and then the marriage that I was in that ended up the way it is now. I trust too many people too fast without getting to know people. And that bit me in the ass. So then I learned how to be stingy with my trust. And that was self-taught. I was never taught how to look at somebody's character before just giving them your trust, or looking at how somebody treats other people or is around other people before giving them that.
Yeah.
So now I'm very stingy with my trust. Like I'm as stingy with my trust as a nun is to her snatch. I'm very stingy with my trust. Like you really gonna have to get inside of my heart in order for me to trust you. And if you're not even bracing the surface of getting to know me, or like saying that you're gonna, or do actually in the act of sticking around and doing it and proving it, you ain't getting no type of trust from me. You'll get you're an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Like you're not even a friend.
I mean, it's like it's like me.
And even my friends,
I never really was taught
aren't
that.
trust. I don't trust a lot of my friends.
Right.
I never really was
family.
I never really was taught that, but I was always a person. I always played my hand close to my chest.
And see, I'm
Until-
more of a people person. So like I'm always like, I'm not necessarily looking for people's approval, but I'm the type of person like I feed off of people's energy. So I give
Same.
I give energy.
Yeah.
I'm an energy giver. Like I'm not an energy vampire. I'm an energy like light source.
Yeah,
Like,
you're like a battery.
Well, and-
Matcher.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
I'm the
honestly-
flame that everybody comes to get that extra boost of energy.
Like even though I played my hands close to my chest, but I just never really but I could still consider me a people person because I can relate with certain
Yeah,
people. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So but me and Omega, we know each other since high school, and still with that, we've been through some stuff together to where I have that trust with him.
Yeah, and it might have been an instance where like at a certain time, and I don't know y'all's friendship, but there was a time where that trust was tested. And it might have been like y'all might have, and it might not have even been like y'all got into a fight. Y'all might have had a disagreement, and it was like he was firmly stuck on that what he decided, you was firmly stuck on that, and y'all got into it. And a little bit of like
I don't know
No,
about
yeah,
that.
no, actually, no.
that's
no.
why I said I don't know y'all's friendship, but I'm saying like there are situations where like the trust, like you've
The
been
bond.
friends
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
decades,
yeah.
and you do something, and that trust is kind of like, oh, it's tested, it's strained,
Yeah.
it's really strained, and it even strains y'all relationships to the point of where y'all almost don't talk like y'all used to, and then y'all slowly build that bond back.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like
Yeah,
I did have that friendship, and I'm not putting anybody on blast, but I did have a friendship that some boundaries were crossed
Yeah.
that I never thought we would cross with each other, and so
Are y'all
now-
still friends?
No,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That trust was broken, and there was no way of
yeah,
rekindling.
and that's the thing though. Like once the trust is broken, it's broken. There may be some people I'll be like, okay, well, let's try to work on it.
Yeah, like
Uh,
that
let's-
bond ain't
let's-
never gonna be as strong as it was, but we can try to
Right.
work on something.
Yeah, we can at least try to build what we had.
Yeah.
There's have to be extra steps for that. I mean, it
Oh,
could
yeah.
it may not be mended like it was, or it could be depending on the steps that we take to mend that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's got to be, it's got to be a certain kind of person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And to mention, because you said on the flip side,
Mm.
so, and I don't think I'm going on the flip side you think, but I'm gonna bring a new angle to it.
Okay.
On the flip side, I know from the jump that I have to earn somebody's trust, and I know that when I do fuck up, and I have fucked up in the past, I feel like everybody knows how severe that fuck up is and how much trust is broken
Oh,
with
yeah.
that fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
You know it.
And how much overtime you're gonna have to work to rebuild that, rekindle that, even if it's able
Absolutely.
to get back to that point.
Right.
So I'm the type of person, like if I genuinely fucked up, I will take accountability. In the past, I was really quick at lying and trying to ease my way out of it, but I've learned to take accountability of it. And if I feel like the relationship to me is worth rebuilding after I fucked it up, I will go to the lengths to the end of time to rebuild that friendship if I feel like that person's a bond that's not worth being broken. But also at the same time, if I fuck up and I know that the work that it's gonna take isn't worth the friendship, like I know that I'm probably not gonna be friends with that person later on down the line after I make up, I'll just apologize, be sincere, be like I will be genuinely apologetic for it, but I won't work 10 times hard to rebuild that friendship. I'll rebuild what I can of it, but I won't like take that extra mile because I know that what I did was the ultimate fuck up and there's really nothing else that can be done there.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, and this is actually what I'm saying, this is why actually I'm glad Tamara's here for this conversation, because she's actually the first relationship that I had that I could trust her with having, a thumbprint to my phone.
Yeah.
Right.
And not have her like wanting to go through my phone to find something.
Right.
And vice versa. You know what I mean? Like I have a
She didn't
thumbprint.
fuck up to the point of where she needed to go through your phone.
But she knows I'm not going to. Like, I mean, it is what it is. That's our relationship. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
even I have a thumbprint to her phone, but I'm not going to go through and be like, just to try to find something.
Because y'all built that trust.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
She's your
All
wife.
right. Now, how do you feel? What's your opinions on this?
I feel I can relate to what you've said as far as like it taking a lot for you to trust people and not trusting a lot of people. I get that because I was the same way as far as trusting people too soon.
Yes.
And I made the mistake for years and learned the hard way that treating people how you want to be treated doesn't guarantee that they're going to treat you that way.
Yes.
Facts.
And so I had to learn the hard way myself. It got me hurt more times than not doing that.
Yes.
So I definitely, yes.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying that I played my hand so close to my chest that I never did that I didn't put trust in people that I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? But like I would say, Omega and you would be the two perfect examples of like especially me and you at Amazon.
Yeah.
I did play my hands close to my chest, but we still, you know what I mean, we still vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it was the same thing with Omega. You know what I mean? We we vibed. We had our
You still build connections, even
and
though
then-
you were very reserved about.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
certain situations or something things like me and you doing DoorDash and talking all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And then we started the podcast, that just kind of just, made things a little
Developed
stronger.
a relationship.
Yeah. So
I was just going to say that trust is one of those things that's just so delicate and strong at the same time that it takes some time to build, but in an instant,
it can destroy. It can.
yeah.
It's it's like a fine, thin string that can. It can either
It's-
be a diamond string or it could be a tinsel.
So the flip side for you, like when it comes to like somebody breaking your trust, are you able? I'm sorry for like hijacking.
No, you're
Are
good.
you
That's
able
the point
to
of all
like
this.
find that second chance, or is it kind of like, does it depend, or is it just like, if you break my trust, it's just done?
I can find that second chance, but I'm a person that I can it's one of the things that I've, for some reason, always been able to do all my life. I can forgive, but I don't forget. So I can love you, but once you break my trust, depending on how you move from that point on, determines whether I cut you off, or like with certain family members, I can love them, but I will love them from afar and still
Same.
not trust you.
Right.
Same.
Okay.
Unless it comes to me, then if I piss her off to that point, then I'm probably gonna be in the Ohio River. I'm just saying.
No, I didn't say all that.
That's for a different episode.
Nah, for real.
That's our special segment.
But also,
What about you?
well, we'll get to that. But
He's keeping that playing his hands
He's like,
close to
don't
his
worry, I
chest.
got something for that.
But on the flip side of that, like as far as like yourselves, you know, it's outward facing trust of others. How do you feel about trusting yourself?
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
Hobby.
Great hobby.
Well, and I'll
let's
turn to
go
look at
around
Tamara
just-
like, you going first. So I trust, and it's gonna sound like I just repeated myself, but I trust myself to a certain degree. I know things that I can't trust myself with,
Right.
and I try to avoid those things.
Yeah.
All those things are very tempting, and I do kind of like let them consume me. So
Gotcha.
I do trust myself, like as far as like doing the right thing in my life, making sure that I am okay in life. But when it comes to like the guilty things like shopping or like eating fast food or things like that, like I don't trust myself
Yeah.
at all. I'm doing better.
Good. Good.
I have not had fast food for a week.
Look at you.
Word.
Yes.
They need coins
Um,
for that.
Yes, and saving coins. Yes, yes. There was one day that my food fell on the ground and I had to get something from the cafeteria, but it still wasn't fast food. But yeah, with the things that I need to trust myself with, like as far as like my health and my living, I trust myself fully. Relationship, I trust myself fully now.
Yeah.
Because I had a fuck up, a major fuck up, but I bounced back, and I do trust myself to make the right decisions by the relationship that I'm in, and but when it comes to like just little like tiny stuff, no, I don't trust myself. Shopping, if I see it and I want it, and I'm like, oh, I gotta have it, I'm gonna get it, even though I probably don't
Got
need
you.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
How about y'all? Tamara, Daniel,
Ditto.
on the same.
Exactly what Hoppy said.
So like I said, I was always one to play my hands close to my chest, and like I said, there was one relationship that I had that it could never be the same.
Yeah.
But there is one relationship that it was my best friend, my brother in high school.
Right.
Omega knows who I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm putting anybody on blast.
Gotcha.
But that's a relationship that could be mended. You know what I mean? We just have to reconnect and talk about things. You know what I mean? So
God damn.
it's not like anything like it was lost there. It just, time and, people.
But do you trust like yourself in like your daily life and the things you do? Do you trust yourself in this way?
When I was younger, I would say no. Nowadays, I do, because I can differentiate. I can tell the difference on what can be mended and what can't.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I can look at that one friendship and be like, that's just I can't do it no more. I can't do it. Like that line was crossed and it was crossed.
Not to cut you off, but I don't think you understand. I think you're still thinking on like the friendship level, but this forget the friendship. This is just you as a human being.
No, and that's
You
what
trust
that's what I'm
yourself.
saying. Like
Oh, okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like when I was younger, I would try to mend that. When I knew, now I know, no.
to trust your decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So yeah, it's something that I have to trust me.
I was misunderstanding what you
Oh, hey,
sorry.
but you didn't let me finish.
Yeah.
But no, so it does come down to, can I trust me to make the right decision on if that can be mended, or is it just gonna be something that I'm gonna have that in the back of my head thinking about every time I see you?
Right. Right.
So, and like I said, growing up, I couldn't do that because, like I said, like once I had that trust with you and I considered you a brother or a family member or something like that, and that line was crossed, I even have family members that, like Tamara said, I can love you from afar.
Yeah.
You my cousin, but you did something that I can't come back from.
So I got
Yeah.
a question for you. Let's twist it. So it's not do you trust other people? But do you, like, so say, and imagine she ain't in the room right now.
Right.
Okay, she's not on this podcast. Say you was at B-Dubs with me, Omega, Cha-Cha. We was all just kicking it.
Right.
And no, we are Hooters, just kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the waitresses started hitting on you. Do you trust yourself to make the right decision by her? Do you trust yourself enough to do right by you in that instance?
100.
Yeah.
Like,
so, like,
I mean,
just
don't get
in
me
your-
don't,
like,
don't,
just in
I
your
mean,
daily life.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and have a conversation with Tamara. And I'm sorry, babe, but don't take this the wrong way. I'm not gonna sit there and have a conversation like, yeah, that waitress was hot, but we haven't got time. Yeah, I could be like, oh well, she's hot, but that's all it is.
Yeah.
If she's flirting with me.
Period.
You know what I mean?
So you trust yourself to make the right decision by it.
This
Yeah.
ring don't come off unless I'm at home.
Period.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It better
Unless-
not come off at home.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying. Some
unless-
days it might not come
You
off
better
at
not
all.
take your
No,
take that ring
like-
off and let that finger swell up a little bit.
No, if I sleep with it on, it will not
Your
it-
finger swell.
Yeah, it's bad. Trust me.
Ooh,
Trust me.
damn.
Yeah, it's bad. I literally tried to and it would not. Like, I tried everything. I tried
Yeah.
butter and it would come off. So
Okay.
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
wouldn't
no,
recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it.
He said I wouldn't recommend it.
but no, yeah. In that instance, like I said, it is, like you said, like a different type of environment on what it
Yeah.
is. But at the same
It's like, do
time,
you trust yourself against temptations of
yeah.
outside world?
But at the same time, like I said, like that don't come off like for
Yeah.
no reason.
I feel like trusting yourself really just comes down to your level of integrity.
Facts
Yeah.
Yeah, and self-discipline.
Right.
You know.
and morals
Right.
and the
Yeah.
respect of yourself.
Yeah. Like I had
Mhm.
I had somebody that came into
That
town.
facial expression.
Hey,
I had somebody that come into town one day that I haven't seen in a long time.
right.
And he was like, hey, can you come out, meet me out, whatever. I was like, cool. I thought we was just going out to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he does a lot of things with with his business life, does things with like photos and and have girls post like promote stuff. So
Okay.
and then so he'll go to a strip club and find some of those girls. So and then he was like, hey, well, meet me here. And I was like, don't really want to, but I haven't seen you in so long that it's whatever. We're gonna talk.
Right.
Right.
He did his thing. I just sit there and I was like waiting for him to get back. But and then I came home and told Tamara, I was like, hey, this is what we did.
Right.
It wasn't nothing on it.
Okay.
But
And that's why you got her respect.
But but that was one of those things that like
Because
I
without
can
even asking, you let her know what's up.
like I can even go to a place like that and I'm not worried about them.
Right?
You know what I mean? I'm there to chill with whoever.
I might give Thor a couple of dollars because she's thinking it's the kids.
Yeah, I mean,
a dollar been everywhere, honey.
if I had $1, yeah, that would probably be no more.
And baby, if you was up there shaking your head, thanking y'all the money I got in my pocket.
But so yeah, it's just one of those things that like I'm like, yeah, it depends on like certain like a lot of things.
Yeah.
I can trust myself. Now, like you said, when it comes to food, Tamara knows.
Yeah, that's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Facts.
Gluttony is my deadly sin.
Food and shopping.
Yeah. I'm kind of impulsive.
I am.
Yeah.
I gotta do
Yeah,
the
see,
weapon.
And I see it and I want it, and having to wait, I'm like, oh, but
Do
I really
not-
want to get it right now.
Do not download WhatsApp.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
No, see, I'm the type of person that like, especially if I get like a taste for a food, like even
You
if
gotta
I'm
have
like,
it. You gotta have it.
Well, not even that, but if I can't, like, I don't even have to be hungry, and I'm good. Like, let's say we go to Subway, like, and I'm not hungry,
You still gonna get some.
but I'm gonna get a foot long instead of 6 inch. You know what I
for
mean?
later. It's for later.
And it'll
No,
be gone.
and it be
right
gone.
then
Yeah,
and there.
and it's
Yeah.
gone. Like I told Tamara this. Like we'll
Okay.
go to Texas Roadhouse. I'll get a 12-ounce steak, and I'll be like, and I'll be sitting there. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna cut this piece off for later. And it don't make it till
Yeah,
later.
exactly. You be on the way home, you'd be like, how did this sandwich get in my hand?
So Omega, I've been so intrigued.
Yeah,
to
what
your
you got to
response.
say, man? It's your topic.
There's
Oh,
more.
well, yeah, exactly. Because this is pretty much the cap to it, more or less.
Okay.
And I'm not a monster. I swear.
Oh
With that, let me put on my good ears. Right?
All right. Well,
Set
Everybody
up for
just
this.
adjusted their seat.
I know.
I see trust, both the desire to give it and the ability to recognize the consequences of that, are a learning experience in life, just like animals in nature, you know, eating certain plants, or, you know, fucking with an animal that's not to be fucked with, you know. But over time, personally, I am devoid of trust. And that's from a long history of all kinds of shit happening. You know, now I could easily tell people, you can trust me. And I feel like that's a given. But do I expect people to trust me? No. Will I tell people to trust me? No, because it's not my place to do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you.
I think it's an unspoken bond.
Well, because there's people that have told me before, like, because they can talk to me or whatever, like, that I'm like a safe place. I like to think that, you know, the lines of communication and whatnot are open. But I forget who said it, but the closest I can come to anything is be like, I trust people to be who they are.
So
I
you trust people at face value.
Yeah, to be themselves.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like, especially like people you don't know, you know what I mean? It's like,
Human error.
yeah, and I really just don't trust anybody.
Yeah. And
And-
that comes from years of
Oh, long.
giving it and it
Yeah,
not being, and it being abused.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Taken
it-
for granted.
Yeah, and it just got to that point to where it's like it's shut off. But that's also why I'm like, I trust people to be themselves, because at the end of the day, and again, it comes down to a personal integrity thing, but I feel like with most people are going to take care of their own self-interest,
Oh yeah.
you know? So
Self-preservation.
yeah, so
Yeah.
exactly, and that's human. So that's why I'm like, if it comes down to,
I gotta say it. Because
I-
since Cha-Cha's not here, I gotta throw it out there.
I mean, you're not
I had
wrong,
to.
but it's the same type shit, you know, to where, like, I don't know, man. You got to trust people to be themselves. People are going to do what's best they feel for themselves. And at the end of the day, if it comes down to them getting something out of a situation or you getting something out of a situation, in their mind, it's going to be them,
Yeah.
you know? And people, you know, are opportunistic. Like, that's just kind of how we're wired, you know, in some ways. Like, I think primally,
Facts.
you know, kind of like you said, self-preservation. So that's generally kind of where I'm at. As far as inward facing, I feel very much the same way as all of you all. It's where it's like, I'd like to think at this point in my life, I can kind of readily identify patterns that I have. It's where I'm like, okay, I'm not good around this, you know, or I should
Right.
probably stay away from that.
Carrot
Or
cake.
yeah, bro, no, I got you. But
I want some now.
yeah, honestly, me too. But to that extent, I'm like, well, I like to think that I know myself well enough, but at the same time, like, that's you assessing yourself. You know what I mean? And just like, it's like corporations and shit. I was like, you shouldn't necessarily be in charge of like grading yourself. Like, you can do it,
Right.
but it's not justified because it's you doing it.
It's
you
the
know?
bias of it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, like, me personally, I feel like I've found a way to navigate life. I had an old coworker say to me about it, because when I just said in passing, I was like, I don't trust anybody. And they're like, never? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I have, but I just don't, because literally every single time, you know, it's always something, you know. So I'm like, it makes it easier to navigate shit because you never develop that tie.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I'm not a monster. You know, I'm
you
not
never
an
expect
Well,
people
I mean,
to do right,
and-
but
and
you
so-
never expect them to do wrong. You just
Well,
expect them to be them and just
yeah.
yeah.
you take it for what it is.
exactly. And what he said was, he was like, man, and this is a young guy, he's like 20 something. And he was like, that must be so lonely. And I'm like, well, yeah. But at the same time, so I was getting fucked over.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Losing groups of friends.
Which one's
and-
worse?
Yeah. So I'm
I already
like,
know what I'm expecting. You ain't know what's about to happen to you.
Yeah, exactly. Facts.
But also too, to piggyback off of, like, you would say, like a professional setting.
Right.
Like I did have a friendship that was tested, and I really don't see that being mended now, was on a professional level.
Right.
And
Yeah, because it's different having to work with people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's a
Um,
different level of trust.
Yeah.
but and then
Oh, yeah.
this is where I would I would say different on that trust
Mhm.
with one of us. You know what I mean? If one of us got big with something, we would still promote each other for this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have to worry about y'all. Be like, all right, well, I'm out, deuces. I got this syndicate radio station gig.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but I mean, like when we do,
But
I-
at the same time, I'll holler at y'all later.
but I mean, that's one of those things that I have come to actually have trusted, that if, you know, one of us does well, then we all do well. We're all
Yeah.
going to do well, because it's
One
not
band,
that,
one
and
sound.
it's not then like a financial type thing, that it's just still like, you know, oh well, you know, I got this podcast, you know,
Yeah.
you putting it out there, you know, that
Yeah.
Let me stop you though, and let me be real, cause I'm a real ass bitch.
you know,
One,
be a real ass bitch then.
The fuck you had said.
we ain't on that episode. yet.
Yeah. I'm just paying my respects.
Appreciate for the shout out. But I will say, and it's no offense to anybody on this podcast, but if there's an opportunity that presents anybody on this podcast, and it's an opportunity that helps you to better yourself, I would like the courtesy of you like letting us know first. But if it's something that you can't take us on the ride at long, then I would understand that. If it's gonna better you, and we can't go along for that ride, just give me a shout out when you get up there.
And that's what I was saying. Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna I'm not gonna hate on you or hold you back from that opportunity.
Don't forget where you came.
Yeah, but don't forget.
yeah,
Don't forget where you came
absolutely.
from. Don't forget
Yeah.
where you got your start. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Look out for us. You
That's
know
where
what I
the
mean?
respect comes
Yeah,
in. Yeah.
and that's where that trust comes in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
my thing had always been like, in scenarios like that, I've always seen myself as being like, well, like you said, the connection stays, but at the end of the day, kind of like having an entourage and shit like that is like, you can't carry people with you, but you can give them the tools to be able to
Build.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's all I would ever ask anybody too, to where it's like, I'm not looking for a handout, I'm just looking for a hand up.
You can
Yeah.
teach them how to fish, but you can't fish for them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
But all in all, you know, I think that was a good conversation.
It was.
That was a good one.
I had been thinking just in general, because I wrote like a big ass list out when we started all this. I was like, all right, rib subjects. What was this? You know? And
I
that
thought he
was-
said a list of people that he could. I was like, I want to see that list. I'm
Oh,
on that
there's
list.
a list. But I got it up here. But nah, yeah, like something that is transcends time. It's not something that's just like something to talk about just right here and now. It's something that I would really, the whole point of doing the green room is to provoke thought, get people to really
Yeah.
think about stuff, be a little bit introspective, and if I can change something for somebody somewhere for the better,
yeah.
you know.
You open up people's brains and make them think about things that they didn't think about before.
I would
and
like to
if
think
they
that.
have thought about it, they didn't think about it in detail the way that you make people really dive into like their thoughts and their emotions and stuff. So
Well,
for
I
sure.
appreciate that feedback.
yeah, you do. Like
But-
that really made me think like how easy was I with trusting people back then, and like,
Right.
and as to where I am now and the growth that I have to where it's like,
Yep.
okay, my trust is like giving out a piece of my heart at this point.
Oh yeah.
And see, and that's the
Yeah.
and that's the thing about being an overthinker, because I'm kind of like Omega, where I think deeply into the thoughts of, you know, like damn, was that me, or was I just, you know, like did I actually trust me giving
Yeah.
that trust out?
Was that
or,
you or Dark Daniel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like was that actually
dude.
my
Dark
evil
D-Lo.
twin?
There you go.
But no, like, was that actually like me trusting myself to give that trust out, or
Yeah.
was that me just giving the heart of my
trust
sleeve
away.
away? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
To somebody that didn't deserve the trust.
yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But
That's good.
again, like, yeah, thank you all. It was a good conversation.
Of course.
Appreciate your feedback and whatnot. And to everybody listening out there, what about you? What do you think? How do you feel? Let us know. Like, share, subscribe. Again, this is Omega Green, back for another episode of The Green Room. Damn, that's long. And we will see you later.